Okay, hi. So I'm not that kind of a person who say again and again that okay, it's a kind of a very like now I have changed, and what I wanted to say is that I am not going to say this word is like I know that it's been a very while that I have not been in those videos, which is strange, but I feel it's okay. Sometimes I need my own time, and sometimes uh, giving that time to that person is actually accessible for that person and very useful. So by having this time, I have got the point that what's the motto of creating all of those videos, and I don't create two, three, or four videos at one day. I create one video and every day. So this is a kind of a very big progress, or the progress of two, or going to become the 3 month progress. So in that way, now I think that the way I speak, the fastness that have, I have to remove that thing, and I have to become that into the head. So the simple term in this thing is that uh, I don't have to speak very fastly, which is kind of a bad. I have also noticed that when I speak slowly, I get the point that I can make and correct some of the sentences and the words when I speak slowly. Because when I speak slowly, I'm looking at all of those words that I'm really making in the mind and delivering to the mouth. So that's why it's very good. And yeah, the other thing is also good for the others, like when you speak slowly, the other can understand it better. But yeah, like I have met some guys who say that if you are not if you are speaking slowly, it means that you are not very good at English, or if you speak very fast, it means uh, you don't know how to cooperate with the others, or how to well communicate with the others. So it's kind of a very different thing to talk about, or what the real thing about this. And yeah, like this is the thing, and I guess this is the 83rd video of mine, and I have also created, and I'm also trying to create some shorts, and I have taken a challenge of creating 1,000 videos, uh, which is, I don't know, might be going to possible or not, but yeah, let's see what happens. And like I have just completed the first chapter of the Peter adaptations. It talks about the Aristotle things. Uh, Now I'm in a very messy way. Like I just need sleep, and I got the point that although I completed that chapter one, it's not really hard. They just talk about why Aristotle was the influential, like most influential philosopher, what are the dialogues he has written, and the historical context behind those. And apart from that, it talks about the main reason which becomes very hard for anyone to study the works of the Aristotle, which is the dialectic. Dialectic is just means like some kind of rules or the laws which we use in the arguments, or in any things, to sort out the things. Uh, the thing is like we or the general audience have not used these kind of things in the daily life. So when we heard these kind of things at first time, it was very hard for us to conceive. So and so because it is very hard for us to conceive, it is very hard for us to understand it too. So that's why it's hard for a lot of people to understand philosophy. But I think like I just have to reread those things. Uh, I just have to reread those things again and again so that I can get the clear picture. And I know something about the chapter 2. Chapter 2 talks about how like it the first talks about that the influence of the Aristotle was not that much after Aristotle died, because nobody focused on that lectures and the notes he has written. And the I don't know if I'm sure about his academy or his school, which is Lyceum, had the influential thing or had the influence on the history, but that book was talking about that there was no influence at first when Aristotle died, and the influence comes after when uh, the Islam rose and the golden period of the Islam came. So in the golden period, they took all the texts from the different world, and they also study and the translate those works of the Plato's and the Aristotle's, and by studying those things, and when there is a holy war happened between the Christians and the Muslims, by having that war, the ideas spread very fastly, and there was the invention of printing press, but it was very later. Before that, like we know that like the golden period of the Muslims were around 9 B 9 AD, and the time when the Aristotle wrote all of his works was around uh, 3 BC. So when we calculate the number, it comes around that around 1100 or the 1200 years. It was kind of a strange period where nobody knew about Aristotle's works, and suddenly the Islamic guys find those things. But I don't think it was true, because I have heard that the Thomas Aquinas gave the reason about why God exists, and it talks about the same idea of the Aristotle, which talks about that there there is a first mover, because without the first mover we can't explain anything, and if there is not a first mover, then uh, anything we talk about seems very logical. So I guess I might be getting the ideas of those things wrong, and there's some kind of other truths which I have to devour and find it. So I guess that's it, and I guess that's what I just wanted to talk about.